I thought I would do a morning walk for you guys. The weather is really nice. It's actually kind of cool out here right now. Very comfortable. Hopefully that continues for the duration of this. So I'm hoping that's the case. If the sun stays right where it's at, I may try to stay on sidewalks and not even bother to go through the woody area. So it might be really good. So we'll assess that as we go. I'm hoping that's the case. So quick reminder for those of you who come in here, please leave a comment down under the video if you see this after the fact so that it helps get more traffic to it later. We're going to do a little more lives right now. I'm going to focus a lot on lives and then shorts and reels. So you guys are noticing tons of the shorts, and that's because I cross post them on everything. They go to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Those are just kind of the best way to build followers right now. So doing a lot of those, and I'm giving you guys some lives though, since I'm doing the cardio. And then I'm doing about a 30-minute one most evenings lately. So I'm kicking a few lives up for you guys. But again, we'll see how all that goes. Obviously, if some stuff picks up on one of my other platforms, more of my lives are going to be there than they're going to be on YouTube. Just the way that it has to be, guys. Have to make best use of my time. But since I walk every day, though, that's always an easy, free stream for me to do because I can just talk, chat with you guys, get some traffic, get some followers, and we're good to go. Yeah, that sun's coming up. That's probably not going to work out on the sidewalks. Just now see it coming up over the tree line. So I'll go over here to the foresty area. If you guys would, as soon as you get in here, click like. That will let this go into more people's feeds and more people will see it. And the more people who see it, the more traffic we get in here, the more questions, conversations, everything we get. So be sure you guys hit the like button. GTS is up. I don't know what the U and C means, but good morning to you too. So yeah, as you guys run in here, hit the like button. It will kick it into more people's feeds, and we can get some conversations going here. But we're only a couple minutes in. Good morning, Jason. Good morning to you. It's actually really nice today. Sun's just now coming up, but it's nice and comfortable. It's cool. Of course, this grass is all wet. It's really humid. Keep in mind, Houston is a port city built on a swamp, and I'm just north of Houston, outside the city limit. Short for uncle. Okay, I guess I don't know why you call me your uncle, but it's all good. But it's all good, brother. All right, you guys got any questions, comments, conversations? I'm just out walking. It seems like I had to answer this a lot. People are like, why aren't you doing the weight vest now? And it's like, because I'm tired of getting beat up by it. It's not that it bothers me, it's that it interferes with recovery, with the amount of just walking I'm doing. And walking is just good for your health and fitness. So I try to get out and do at least a 30-minute walk every day if the weather allows. Some days we're walking an hour. But it's just for general health, general fitness, burn through a few calories, especially since I do all of it fasted. There's a nice, good energy turnover from it. Yes, I'm the real Jason Blaha. The Eric Konevsky skits are obviously not an accurate representation in any way of me or anything I do. Eric and I had beef in the past, and he's still really butthurt about it because I used to call him out when he was a teenager in all of our steroid groups. And then I called him on a lot of stuff later, and so Eric still holds a grudge over a lot of that. So, he's kind of just done his thing. But no, you'll find if you're over here at my channel, what I do is not even remotely close to anything that Eric represents. I'm a 48-year-old powerlifter and coach. It's pretty much what I do. You see my client blogs and stuff come through. You guys saw the updates for Ted's pictures. That's the funny thing with Ted. People are like, dude, he's got a great physique, but we don't train for physique. We only train for performance. It's because he's lean. It's what he ends up looking good anyways. Let's get rid of this nonsense. All right. So yep, as you will notice, unlike the Eric Kanefsky videos, I don't walk around with an AR-15 or a loadout. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. I do walk in a weight vest sometimes, but it's not actual body armor. And I don't walk around threatening people. Opinions on Mike Minzer. You're not going to like my opinions on Mike Minzer. When he first came on the scene, he brought some interesting stuff to the table. In his latter years, when he got really addicted to methamphetamine before he died, he put out really crazy, insane material that for some reason people latched onto instead of his original material that he used to get jacked. And pretty much everything he produced in the last 7 to 8 years he was alive was completely insane garbage. It was meth-fueled antics. And even Dorian Yates had said, like, so all these people, like, he trained Dorian Yates, like, he didn't train me. So that's kind of the funny thing. Even Dorian had said, later on, he let Mike use his name because he felt sorry for him. That was it. I have a question, Jason. I'm trying to figure out if I have elbow pain doing any heavy bench press and push-ups. Form check solid. Rehab hasn't helped yet. Get the lightest bands you can find. You're gonna have to get blood flow to it. If you've noticed, I do promote if you're getting elbow tendonitis, elbow tendon flare up, and the tricep tendons, high rep band press downs. But they need to be high rep. They can't be difficult. Like if you're taking a band to where it's hard by rep 20, that's still too heavy. You need to go really, really high rep. Like if it's still hurting, I'm talking 60 to 100 rep sets. Yeah, I've met Dorian before. I met him at an expo when I was living in the UK about 12, 13 years ago. Hey Jason, had a meniscus tear and got it operated on. Doctor says I could never deadlift or squat again. Any advice? Get a second opinion. Go get another doctor who specializes in lifters and get a second opinion. I've seen people who've had meniscus tears squat and deadlift 600 pounds later. So maybe get a doctor who's more specialized in it. And I could be wrong. Maybe your second opinion will tell you the same thing. But that would be my advice. Sorry that you went through that. Also, by the way, guys, hit that like button. I've met Ronnie Coleman a couple times. I met Ronnie Coleman in his prime once down here, and then I met him again at an expo in the UK after he's retired. What I will tell you is, having met Ronnie in his prime at a gym, forever ago, like when he was reigning Mr. Olympia, I don't think I've really seen anybody train like that. Like, it was freakish. Crypto, I already have the one man versus one gorilla on my Facebook. You need to go there for it. I also did 2.0 with how many Eddie Halls would it take to take down a gorilla, and another one with how many Mike Tysons. So you have to go join my Facebook conversation. I would slam dunk on Ronnie's head. I bet you Ronnie's still strapped. Ronnie was a Texas police officer. I'm going to strongly advise that you not do this. I have a sneaking suspicion he will smoke your ass. So, no, Ronnie Coleman's a nice guy, actually. Though, whatever opinion you have of others aside, the dude seems genuinely nice. Haven't met him a couple times. But yeah, in his prime, when I saw him train. And keep in mind, guys, I've been around a lot of world record powerlifters and stuff. Ronnie's training was insane. Like, if you ever saw him, because I saw him train one time in person here in Texas. People don't train like that. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, it was pretty hardcore shit. You know, just my, and what I mean by that, that guy moves some heavy weight for a lot of reps. That's how I would describe it. And he's like, his energy is off the charts. Like, he's not over there being real calm while was doing it. You know, he gets all hyped up and excited in the middle of regular, not even talking the squats and deadlifts. You train pretty, I train pretty hard. I would not at that level. I'm a calm when I train though. I'm super calm. I'm just focused. Is dips actually good for the lower chest? I don't always feel mine. Dips is good for the entire chest. Like, it should work the whole thing. Lean forward more. If you're not feeling the chest stretch enough, lean forward a little bit more. You'll bias it a little more towards the chest. Yeah, you should feel the whole chest though. I mean, you may not feel your lower chest, but it's definitely being worked. I've seen you mention band press downs before. I never tried the high reps I usually do. No. Go higher. No, DJ. The 20 to 30, if you're still having it, you need to go way lighter and go higher, like 60 to 100 rep sets. Really get that blood flow. Also pull out any other, till it's gone, you need to remove all other extensions. Right? Like, you can press, but don't do extensions with anything other than bands until it's gone. And I know you're like, or my tricep. I know, man, I get it. But if you can't bend your elbow, you know what I mean? It's not going to be worth it. Sorry guys, I got to blow my nose real quick. But in the meantime, hit that like button for me. Let's get those likes up, guys. We got all these people commenting. Had 20 viewers there. We only got 4 likes. That's why nobody's in here. Hit that like button for Daddy. Come on now. You hit the like so we get more people in here. It gets it into people's feed. Gets that view count up. Go on, hit that like button for Daddy. I'm going to say it with my sexy voice. Go on, hit the like button. What do you mean a walking track? Do I look like I'm on a walking track, homie? Does this look like a walking track? See if there's any coyotes. Yes, there are coyotes out here. We can't really pop them though, it's too close to the houses. It's at the edge of the neighborhood. Does this look like a walking track? Do you see any MILFs? Do you see a track? Come on, dude. Hold on, let me show you the rest of it. You seem to agree. Can we see the creek? Not really, it's too overgrown. No, you really, they don't like it. It hurts your algorithm if you show a piece. YouTube doesn't like it, so I'm not going to be doing that. But as to your comment, am I outside of my house? Am I physically outside of my house? So your default assumption should be that I am carrying. All right. Hey Tomac, can we chill with the trolling? How am I an inspiration? I get that a lot of gay dudes jerk off to me, and that's cool, but I'm technically straight, homie. I don't know why you need to go there. I'm not sure how a straight guy is an inspiration to that community, other than I'm polite to y'all and I don't have a problem with you. I'm cool with it. What a weirdo. All right. So I'll let him stay for now unless he keeps getting weird, then we'll get rid of that guy. All right. But hit that like button, guys. You guys are in here making comments. Nobody's hitting like. Therefore, the views are dying down because nobody's coming in the stream. Great answer, Jason. Great answer to what thing? To your thing or what thing, man? I've answered a couple different things real quick. Oh, man. There we go, getting those likes up. That's what we need to see. Yeah, man. You get some weird people in here. I have clients and other people who laugh about that, even followers on my Facebook. I have one of them who messages me. He's like, I follow you on Facebook, but I come over to your streams there. You get some crazy people in here. Yeah, exactly, man. It's such a weird, what's a projection? It's my haters have this weird projection about it, by the way. Like they're obsessed with it. But the reality is, I mean, I prefer women. This is what it is, dude. And I'm not saying that as a hate thing or anything. Like, I don't hate on anybody. But yeah. I like pussy too much to be gay. You know? I just can't give it up. It's just too good. Crypto, you know what I'm saying, right? It's like, yeah, I just can't give it up. Oh. No, I've been married to a bi woman before. I don't know that I'd go through that. I don't want that lifestyle again. That has its own set of problems. Do you ever? No, I don't speak to Joe Rogan. He said my name once, like a decade ago. I've never talked to Rogan. Well, that would be something if Rogan put me on his podcast. No, but you were talking about it. We get a bi queen. It's like, I've already done that. I wouldn't ever do an open type relationship like that again, where you bring other people in. I mean, it wasn't an open. She brought girls in, but it's just there's too much hassle with it. It's not worth it. It's just so much drama and BS, and it ruins your marriage. My personal experience says me. Now, you're of course free to agree or disagree, but just my experience. Why are there so many troll channels about you? Hey, AC, can we just not go over this over and over? I'd love to talk about a different topic sometime. I'd love to go a whole live stream without discussing any of that. All right. Why do I hear cars? Because I'm not in the forest. I am now back in the neighborhood. Hey, Jess, I remember Jason used to date the hairdresser. Showed a different... Oh, yeah, Brittany. Yeah, I was with Brittany for 3 years. I'm 48. All right. Do you plan on getting married or have you? I'm not going to discuss that. Like I said in the one last night, I'm like, I keep my personal life so off the internet. I have had multiple girlfriends that you guys have, the internet has no clue that I was with. And I prefer to keep it that way. So if I was married right now, I would just tell you guys I'm single. I would completely keep it off the internet. So I keep my personal life off here. What do you mean by man? Tomac, I'm straight, dude. Do you get much luck on I've never been on Tinder. I've never even seen Tinder. So I'm not a dating app guy. Like, that's a losing game for guys. Dating apps is for women, not men. Because they're sausage fest. So, like, if you're a chick, it makes sense because you're going to have a higher quality selection. But for dudes, that's like a losing endeavor. I don't know why you guys are on there. Do people stare at you? Sometimes. I mean, everyone knows who I am. It's not like the neighborhood doesn't all know me. It's not like my walking doesn't get discussed in the groups. It's always the jokes. Some of the, my husband said he wants to look like you. And I'm like, well, I'll coach him. What's up? Hey, Crypto, do we really want to go into all my personal life? Yes, I was married. That was my second wife. I chose to divorce her and leave her, and I don't want to go into my personal life as to why. She did not want to. It was my choice. Hey, yo, haven't seen you yet. Still doing things. Absolutely, short shins. I am doing my thing. Hit that like button, though, guys. Let's get those likes up. Get the like count flowing. If you lose 10 kilograms of strength on deadlift, bench press, what should I do to regain some muscle? Your strength went down probably because you lost some muscle. Saul, not so good man, says, hey, you didn't reply to me. That's a strange way to start a conversation with a person you just met. I didn't even see you post anything till just now. Yeah, that's a strange way to start a conversation. Is that how you introduce yourself to people? All right, time for this guy to go now. Okay. All right. So that guy had to go. He was getting to be too much. I was polite about it at first, but you know. All right, but let's get some other real questions. Where we're at, we're 22 minutes in. I don't know how long I'm gonna walk this morning. I haven't decided. I suppose it might depend on you guys, how many people we get in here. I might walk a little longer if this chat picks up. We get a nice flow going. Now I ask you, I'm 19 balls, so I'm not a kid. I want to build a chest with push-ups. Not, is it possible? Okay, so that's your second post in here. You're not going to build much of a chest with push-ups. Get under a bench press. Weighted dips, bench press, right? Like, if you're not going to lift weights, you're not going to build the muscle you think you're going to build. It's just not going to be efficient. So get in the gym, get on a good program, and lift weights. I have free programs, dude. I literally have free programs. I have like 6 of them on this channel in playlists. How old do you plan to live till? Will your body eventually get to me? Unless I'm put in a nursing home, I will probably lift until my last day on this earth. After 50, no, there's not. I've met dudes at meets who are in their 70s still competing in powerlifting. What are you guys talking about? So I have personally talked to a guy who was 75 at the Texas State Championship a couple years back when I set those records. I chatted with a guy who was 75 and his wife was 74 and they were both competing that day. Hey Jeff, it's just not a push-up is just not an efficient way to build your chest. I'm not saying it's a bad exercise, but come on, be realistic. Why are you guys afraid of weights? Well, that's my question. When people bring these conversations up, why are you afraid to lift weights? So Saul, get you a home gym. Get a rack, get a barbell and some plates. Crypto, I saw a 72-year-old run at 12.98, 100 meters. It was very impressive. Even his gait made him look nice. Yeah, that's solid. Your upper chest is pretty visible. Well, okay. I have trouble with sleep. I sleep, wake up like I didn't sleep, never past 7.5 hours. I work on your sleep hygiene. Radiant, keep your room dark. Cool, dark room. Get something for ambient noise in the background, whether it's white noise sounds, rain sounds, a fan. Keep your room pitch black. Turn off your electronic devices. That'll help. Yeah, guy says, no, he's just lazy, wants to go an easier route. Exactly. People just don't want to get under a barbell. They're like, oh, I'll just do some push-ups and I'll build a great chest. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck with that. So get under a barbell, guys. Build your base under the barbell. Well, Jeff, I like body weight movements too. I like weighted body weight stuff. You've seen me push dips, pull-ups, all that stuff. Glute ham raises. I mean, the back squat is a body weight exercise. It's a loaded calisthenic movement, right? I'm big on that. But you need to load them. You need progression. And my point with the push-up is just, if you're just doing straight ones without a device, you're going to be limited. It's going to be wrist strains, all sorts of other stuff that's just going to interfere with your stacking, and it's just not efficient. And I'm not saying it's a bad exercise, and I don't have a problem with you doing push-ups. It's just, why don't people use the right tools for the job, is all I'm saying. I mean, you're coming here to a strength coach who coaches some pretty elite athletes. I'm not about what you think is motherfucking fun. I don't give a single fuck what you want to do. If you come to me, you're like, hey, what is the best way for me to reach my goal? That's what I do for a living. I get paid to help people reach their goals as efficiently and effectively as possible. I just don't give a fuck what you want to do. So change your goal. And I'm not trying to be a dick, but I am when I coach people. I have to be. Like, maybe you have me confused with somebody else. So you come to me when you say, I want to get to this goal. You don't come to me and you go, well, I want to half-ass it and use some other tool because I think it's cool and it's fun and I feel, it's like, okay, that's cool, man. But you're doing that for your own personal fun reasons. Let's not confuse it with training. Let's not confuse it with your goals, because those are two different things. You like to do push-ups for fun. I like to have sex for fun. You like to do push-ups. I like to play the guitar, you know. Hey, man, do whatever you think is fun. Hey, Saul, I'm not angry. I'm just laying down the law. Again, I coach pit bulls and savages for a living. So it's what it is. What's a good way to rehab an adductor or abductor? Ooh. I tore one of mine on my left leg a long time ago on a heavy squat and it just never recovered. Abductor. Man, I don't have good advice on that one. You may need to talk to a specialist. If it's not recovered, I don't have a good rehab protocol for that. You may need to talk to a specialist about it. Is it relatively safe to add 200 masterons on a 200 test a week? Relatively, yeah. Stephen Phillips said, hi, what's up, Stephen? You guys hit that like button too. Let's get those likes up, come on now. But yeah, Charlie, I think relatively safe. Are you not experiencing any sides on the test? Then I think you'll be good. Just be aware adding that masteron may knock your HDL down a little bit. So just keep an eye on your lipids. Radiant says powerlifting plus BJJ is crazy, but the BJJ instructor kills us with the conditioning 50 crunches. Yeah, that's the problem, all that some of the conditioning fighting coaches have you do. Charlie says no sides. Yeah, so the only thing I would point out, just word of caution. So if you're running 200 tests, you throw 200 mass in, just watch your lipids. And be aware you will probably see a spike in your sex drive. All right, Emma says, hey, coach. Well, hello, Emma. What time of the day is it best to hit a PR? I don't think there is one. What time of the day do you feel good? And there's your answer. Hold on, I gotta clear my nose again. Sinusy out here. That pollen count. I'm not trying to do that on camera. All right. But get those likes up, guys. Come on. Hit that like button for daddy. I'll say it all sexy. So we can get a few more views while I'm still running this. Because I don't know how long I want to do this. I want to get home soon. Get back on all my work. Is Chuck Basher going to jail for his crypto scam? I have no idea. I don't really know anything about it. Zuby says, can you answer my question? I just did. You just asked a question. Yes, I can answer your question. So your question was, can you answer my question? All right. I don't think you guys realize I don't actually get to see it. Sometimes it filters out some of y'all's messages. Don't assume I saw it. So if I didn't get to your question, I either intentionally ignored it because you hit something you know I don't want to talk about, or some filter got it. And so I haven't seen the question, so asking me about it is a waste of time. You have to re-ask the question. So then people wonder why I'm a dick sometimes in here. I mean, that's a perfect example of why sometimes you just have to look at people and go, are you motherfuckers serious? Oh, man. Is Ohio gay? I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know if states have a sexual orientation. I mean, I'm not sure how that works. Is that a thing? This is where I would throw a typical mature Blaha response. I don't know, dude, is your mom gay? All right, Crypto says, because of my genetics and massive appetite and sweet tooth, I get a beer belly if I don't do carnivore. No, that's nonsense. What do you mean a carnivore diet? That's not how it works. So, you're talking about a sweet tooth. How about you just don't eat sugar? Instead of killing yourself with a carnivore diet, why don't you just not eat sugar? Also, you're over here talking about a tendon inflammation that won't heal. You're talking about injuries that won't heal, right? You just told me you don't consume any antioxidants. I think I know what your problem is. How are you going to have any appropriate collagen synthesis or tendon healing on that type of dietary deficiency? Radiant says, sometimes I train for years, gain nothing. This year I went from a 200 kilogram conventional to a 250. Nice. Crazy right after being struck for a year at 200. Same program. I mean, you just gain muscle in the right places somewhere. It happens. Hey, Steven, I don't care about Frenchie at this point. I want to ask about an injury. Okay, ZBZ, what injury is it that you would like to ask me about? Professor, is there an opportunity to train under you to become a fitness protege? Yes, it's $250 a month for my coaching. All right. Jason, don't confuse me with the carnivore. Oh, okay, sorry, G. I get confused with the different people. Sometimes I forget they're different people. That's right, you were the tendon guy. He was something else. So, yeah, there is that. All right, hit the like button, guys. Get a few more people in here. I'm the meniscus tear guy. Okay, gotcha. But, hey, Crypto, just pointing that out because you know I am extremely outspoken against the carnivore diet. Like, you guys know that. You can't follow my channel and not have seen 1,000 videos with me calling it a crazy, kooky ass deadly cult. Okay. You know, just kind of one of my major topics. It's been my biggest pet peeve of the last year because it got so popular. Based on what you said, if I megadose antioxidants, no, you don't. No. Supplementing large amounts of single antioxidants is actually, there are doctors who think it can give you cancer, by the way. But that's not going to be effective. You need a balance of them in a whole diet. I know you're against it. Is there an opportunity to interact with your clients? No, absolutely not, Emma. Emma, I will not under any condition give you access to my clients. So I'm probably going to get rid of you for asking that nonsense. In fact, Emma, I know you're a troll because you've never contacted me for any sort of business proposition. It's always in the live streams. So, bye. Lentils and salmon for breakfast. That sounds actually pretty balanced. I mean, I hate fish. I can't stand it. I've tried. I can't do it. I wish that I could eat salmon, but I can't do it without puking. But yeah, as far as balance goes, that sounds pretty solid. Like dumbbell on balls. Zabuzi, what are you talking about? What do you rehab protocols by your experience, especially for low back injuries? High rep band extensions or banded good mornings. Traction, anything that does traction, reverse hyper. He's got to build blood flow and connective tissue. So again, high rep band, good mornings help, but he needs a reverse hyper. It's worth it. He can invest in a cheap one if he has to. Because it's not just about lifting at that point. That's going to be about his quality of life for the rest of his life. Fix it. All right? You can't play with stuff like that. You can't just let it go. You'd be one of those people later in life. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna head back to the house. We've run this one long enough. I think we're good. And it's not picking up. It's not like I have views in here anyways. So, I'd have probably stayed longer if I had like 50 people in here. But we didn't get them. Maybe it's a little early for a lot of people on the weekend, but I'm gonna walk when I wanna walk. So, do you crush your testicle? I'm supposing he did. So, Zubizi, how do I say this politely? If you crush your testicles with a dumbbell, you dropped a dumbbell, why are you in here talking to me instead of going to a doctor? Therefore, I have to conclude that you're making it up to troll. Because I can tell you right now, if I dropped a dumbbell on my testicles, I'd be in the emergency room. I wouldn't be sitting on YouTube asking somebody. You know what I mean? All right. So, all right. Jason, can you elaborate and give me relative details over the opinion of recomposition at that point? Really, best way to recomp is just stay close to maintenance calories. Keep protein high, dial programming in, focus on progressive overload fatigue management. That's it. That's how you recomp. Right? Basically, you train just like you would for maximum gains, but you keep protein high and don't bulk. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wind this down though. I love all you guys and gals. Hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you